I specialize in the education and entertainment of 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 entertainment. Candy and the sun. Could you make me a woman? Showtime. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run daggers for you, daggers for you. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run go pop 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 some neurons. I know you're used to Lucy, din such a shunt, it tastes good, such a shunt. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run surprise. Hip hop, bebop, dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop doesn't mean that they don't love. Hip hop, bebop, bop bop bop, dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop. Just a little bit of nicotine. The sun. Just a little bit of nicotine. Cream in your sugar now. Little bit of nicotine doesn't mean that they don't love you. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run daggers for you. I'm in charge, daggers for you. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run go pop 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 some neurons. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run such a shunt, such a shunt. I know you're used to Lucy, but I run hip hop, bebop. Dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop doesn't mean that they don't love. Hip hop, bebop, bop bop bop. Dance till you drop. Hip hop, bebop. Bum 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 bum. Just a little bit of nicotine. The sun. Just a little bit of nicotine. Cream in your sugar now. Little bit of nicotine. Din doesn't mean that they don't love you. Entertainment of entertainment of entertainment. When I'm in charge. Don't fuss with me. It tastes good. It tastes good. Pump 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 pump.
That's right, Mrs. Doubtfire right there. But anyway, hello everyone, and welcome to another DaraChat. My name is Dare Moves, or Dare for short, because the English language escapes some people, and I am sad, but that doesn't stop me. Can you read? I think I can. Well, good. Please just say it right the first time. But anyway, I get to have on, of course, the one and only Joe. How do you say your last name?
Illyes.
Illyes. It makes you sound smart for some odd reason. Joe Illyes the Third. Joe,
Well,
good show.
it's Junior, but yeah, we didn't go 3. They got it right. They got it right at Junior, so we stopped.
Yeah, Junior. Oh, Junior, Senior. Is there a? So I'm guessing there's still a Senior then, a Joe
There
Senior.
is. Yeah.
Okay. It is. I'll have to remember that because it makes me want to. It almost makes it sound like what is that? It's not the Odyssey. It's the one. Oh gosh, there's some out there with it, but it's just complicated as. But thank you, sir, for coming on. It's awesome to be able to get on for once. I know in the past you said you weren't interesting, but I'm here to prove you wrong. I'm here to prove you wrong.
It's true. Let's
just
do
like
it.
Just like I am with everyone else. But how are you today, good sir?
Doing well. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm here doing this thing. It's snowing outside. I really wish it wasn't because I don't want to have to drive it in the morning.
It was 50 in Massachusetts today, so it was nice.
Oh, yay!
No snow on the ground, so
hooray
yeah.
for Massachusetts! Yay! Ooh, look at that!
Yeah.
I feel so proud for you. Now I have to wake up in the morning. But no, it's just gonna be me waking up earlier because I don't. Look, I like the snow as much as about anyone, but not when it's in the streets.
No,
Like,
when you start to get older like that, the snow is just a hassle.
It's like Frozen, right? The snow bar that bothered me anyway. I'm like, fudge that. That's wrong. That's wrong. That song's wrong.
It's all wrong.
Disney had it wrong all along. The snow bothers me. The snow bothers me. Now I feel like that old guy. No, you're right. Now I feel like that old guy who just yells at the clouds like, "You come here one more time, I'm gonna get you."
That's a fact. And when you start having kids and grandkids, it only gets worse.
Oh goodness! And they're like, "Grandpa, we love the snow." It's like, "Oh my back! Oh Lord! Oh."
Yeah, no. Tell me about it.
When you hear something pop, you just hope it's the good pop, where it means like a release of something, not the bad pop.
When you turn 45, there's no good pops. There's just no. Once it pops, you know something's bad.
The only good pop is corn pop, and I heard he was a bad
He's a bad dude. He was a bad hombre.
I just now I can't look at a box of corn pops and be like, "Oh,
That's true.
Man,
that's true."
And I used to eat that.
I bet that did wonders for the company, though.
Yeah, they should put on the front box. Even Joe Biden says he was a bad dude. Oh man, yeah. My thing though is it's a funny thing how that kind of came about, and people are like, oh, silly Joe or whatever. And that's funny because your name is Joe, so that's kind of like
yeah. I try not to associate, but yeah, here we are.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have an old Joe and an older Joe.
Yeah. I'm getting there. The way I feel, I'm getting there for sure.
Oh man, yeah. I have grandparents who are in like their 80s and just still walking around. So I think the blessing is if you're still able to walk around at that age, that's a good sign. Otherwise,
yeah, that's a very good thing, especially when they're that old. If they're able to move around, it's
mm.
nothing worse than having grandparents you see suffering.
Yeah, well, that's a kind of a thought in itself, right there. Because I think, as people get older, you have people who have kids, whatever. They think that they either will be, they'll die at that age where they don't have to be taken care of, or they'll be so old that somehow they're sent to like a retirement home. And there are those villages. I think they are like retirement villages where it's not help; it's more like assistedness. But
yeah.
I only know it's like smidgens here, but I know Florida's pretty well known for a retirement village. So if you want to get retired,
I told my daughter, I said, if it starts to get to that point where I can't take care of myself, just take me to a bridge and just push me over. I won't feel bad. I won't be upset with you.
We'll see. Today, kids, we're going to see if Grandpa can learn how to fly. Oh, he's flying. Oh.
Can Grandpa swim at 75 miles an hour?
Can Grandpa float is the real question. And Captain Torres says, Joe, tell us about Corn Pop again.
He's a bad hombre.
If somebody comes back and later says, hey, what's this about this Corn Pop guy? Oh, not again.
I'm not explaining it anymore.
Hey,
Peter, how you doing tonight?
Hey, Peter, how's it going? You get somebody who just keeps coming back. It's like, look, man, I don't know what this Corn Pop guy is about. And you're just like, oh, gosh dang it, son of a bitch. Will someone please take this person out of my chat? Oh, was he a really bad dude? Look, don't ask questions you don't answer to.
That's right. We don't want to know for sure.
Yeah, old man Biden was trying to say something. What do you think that's going to mean in the end? Oh, goodness. But anyway, I mean, like, how long you been doing this sort of thing, young man?
So, yeah, young man. So I started about, I would say, March of 24. I basically just said, like, I was playing games and stuff and on PlayStation 5, and I've never done PC before. And I was like, I'm just going to stream. What the hell? Why not? Just try it. I'm already playing the games. I mean, why? It was a PlayStation 5 camera and a PS5. Yeah. Like, just all you have to do is hit a button. It's no big deal. Once you start that, then I was like, all right, I kind of like doing this. And then it snowballed into, 48-inch monitors and PCs and then another monitor and high-tech cameras and stuff. And so that's where we're at today.
Yeah, I can tell because your image looks so crisp. I can actually see the pores in your face.
I noticed that. It's showing my age spots apparently.
Just zoom in a little bit. It's like, holy crap, he's
should have
old.
did this on TikTok. I could have thrown a couple filters up.
Please, no. Please. I don't need you looking like a kitty cat. That's
right.
Really.
That's right.
No, but I mean, no, that's pretty awesome though, because I mean, I just have like a camera, a little light thing, and then my monitor, which is like a Samsung 24, I think,
Mhm.
and that's pretty much it. Because I mean, it's expensive for you, like even another
Yeah.
screen, and I don't have enough room for it. Like I don't have tons of room for another screen to be put on, so you kind of work with what you deal with. But I mean, I've seen some people, they have like these huge screens where it's like this lengthways and it's like this chat is scrolling down.
Yeah.
There's there was this one there was this one chair, I think they called it like the Scorpion, where you could sit in it and you have like these three screens. I'm like,
It looks like a flight cockpit. Yes.
yeah, and I'm like, who the fudge has that kind of money?
Yeah. People with too much time on their hands.
Ugh, goodness sake, I don't have enough of that. But I mean,
But that's how
it's
it kind of went. It was like, all right, I had a 32-inch monitor, an
mm,
LG, just a normal one. It wasn't too expensive.
mm,
And then, you're seeing all these other people with the bigger stuff, and you're like,
mm,
oh, I need to have that. So you start going out and buying stupid stuff, and the next thing
mm.
you're in for a couple grand, and you go, where the hell did that go?
Oh, I see. Now this is the thing with like, because I know some people like for the computer stuff, they try to go like like either they do like a pre-built one like Meta PC or something like that,
Yep.
or you try to do it yourself. Now I've done my own,
Have
because
you?
I
Mine's pre-built. I got mine at Best Buy. It was like
oh yeah,
$1,200, I think. But because I didn't know, because it was the first one, I didn't want to go crazy and then
yeah,
hate it or just not like want to do it anymore.
mm,
But this thing, it's held up. I've
uh,
updated the RAM and stuff like that, but
mm.
nothing crazy.
Yeah, so I first started out, there was a place, it's no longer where it is, but it was like a computer place. It was just, that was all it was about, computer parts and all that stuff. And so I had a little help from the people inside, like how to build a computer. I had kind of took a inductionary class, like some kind of, work one sort of thing like they had. And so I knew how to put a computer together because through that, but I didn't have the parts. And so during that process time of like at the beginning, it's not cheap. Look, like think the most expensive part is probably your CPU, your OS, and your graphics card.
Yeah, that
Basically,
makes sense.
those are the high points. So when I was building my part, now there's only two roads you can go, right? And what I mean is like the CPU route, because there's
Hmm.
only different CPUs. There's Intel, right? Almost everyone pretty much goes with Intel, and then there was AMD.
Yeah.
Well, I was like, I'd rather do AMD and see where that will go, because a lot of the times computers are pre-built with Intel, laptops are built with Intel. It's just like it's already enough out there, so why not see what this?
I had done the research about doing it yourself, and I'm
Mm,
like, nope. I'll screw it up. I'll break something. I'll pop a pin, and that'll
yeah,
be, you know what I mean? I'm just like, I'm not going to do it. I'd rather just
yeah,
go buy a pre-built right now. And like I said, it was the first PC that I bought for gaming. Like, I'm
mm,
not going to go nuts. We're going to see how it goes, and then maybe
mm,
down the line, I'll end up getting something bigger. But
yeah,
right now, it's perfectly fine.
yeah. I think the only thing I've had to change, like my desktop is like, so I got like a cube case for it. No,
Hmm.
sorry, this is not my first one. This is my second one, because my first one was at a certain point it had to go, because I believe at the time Windows, what was it, Windows 10 couldn't be put on anything below, what was it, like a certain
I
amount
think,
of.
yeah, I know what you're saying.
And so what happened was is I had to get like a Ryzen 3 or something like that in order for it to work.
Yeah.
So I had that. And then I moved up to like, right now I have a Ryzen 7 is my CPU. My first CPU was like what was like an A10 or something like that. It's such a long time ago. But regardless, buying computer parts, I rarely buy computer parts at an in-store because of just the price alone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's
It's
it's insane, especially RAM now.
mm.
You look at prices of RAM, you're making car payments just to get some RAM.
Some days it feels like that with just about everything else.
Oh, that's
Uh,
true.
but the what was it? But there was one part. Well, there's been a few parts, but there was one part I bought from Best Buy that was a steal, and it was only a steal because the people there forgot to take down um what was it, like promotional sign. So what happened was I bought it was a course, it was like, one left. There was only one left. It was a Corsair PSU. 1 left. There was only one left. It was like Corsair PSU. 1 left. There was only one left. It was like 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 one left. It was right? And it's a power supply unit for those who don't know. So there was a Corsair PSU, and it was the only one left, and it had like a special deal going on for it right there. It had the sign and everything, and I was like, oh, I better go ask about it. I go ask, and the guy comes over and he says, oh man, we forgot to take that.
Those are the best scores, yeah.
It was like there was the only one left. I was like, can I still have it for the price? Well, they can't say no because it's right there.
Right. Yep.
So I got it for a pretty good, because it would have been like over 100 and something, and I think it was around 100 or less than with the discount. But again, it was the only one. So, but it's one of those things where like the lesson is like if you aren't trusting yourself to put it together, which is understandable, then yeah, pre-built is more your speed. But if you are wanting to try and do it yourself, and obviously there are a ton of videos out there to watch someone put the computer together.
Still, I'm too scared to do it. I don't, like I said, I'd pop a pin or bend something and it would just ruin my whole,
you stick your hand in there and you get shocked and the computer's not even plugged in.
The same thing with like house stuff, like, plumbing. I can plunge a toilet, but I'm not going to start, going in and start rearranging stuff. And no, it's just, I'll pay somebody to do it because it's just not happening. I know my limit, and that is my limit.
You stick your hand down and it's like, I think I got this off. The thing. Someone call the plumber. My hand's stuck.
It happens.
Oh man, that's the sucky part though. But yeah, I just enjoy being able to do it together because there's a website I go to. It's called man, I better make sure I get this one right. PCPartPicker.com. And what it does is that it has let me show it. So this is what this website does. It shows it has a compatibility filter, so you can actually build your own computer in a sense. Nice. And it'll give you prices and whatnot and all that stuff. Now they do have some people have put a PC together, and they show like what they use and what, and you get certain prices or what have you, completed builds, whatnot.
Look at those prices though. It's just, you see a $3,000 computer.
Yeah.
And people buy it. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah. But again, that's like high end stuff though. Like they're using they're using certain parts and whatnot. Like for me, I think my computer was probably a little over 1,000, but that's just over time. It wasn't all together, just because of like OS and this and that. Yeah. I had to replace my motherboard a while back because I thought it had an issue, and then it turned out it was the actually no, it was the motherboard that was the issue. I thought it was a graphics card. I replaced the graphics card first, but it wasn't the graphics card. It turned out it was the motherboard, so I replaced the motherboard. But again, I don't like. There's different places to go to, but I usually use Amazon because usually the prices there are much lower than anywhere else.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is the crazy part. Like Joe's BIOS Adventures. I saw that. I already saw those posts. I saw those posts. He's like, he was having trouble. And then I was like, hey, Tommy, can you step in for this?
I did exactly what Tomby told me. And it didn't work. And then I did what Peter said to do. And screen just went black and it never came back. And I had to redo I take off the battery and put it back on. And then everything came back. I'm not touching it anymore. I'm done. I don't want to do it. I'm sick of the black screen. I'll deal with it. I don't care.
Oh, goodness. You put a 5090 in it and it's already 5K. Wow. I think they're
expensive. 5090s are expensive.
But I think 5090 is their AI one, isn't it?
It might be. Yeah, it might be.
God,
I was looking at the 5060 Ti just to get it in the 550 series. And they weren't bad for Christmas, but you couldn't get them because they were, selling out everywhere.
Yeah, here we are. Let's see. It's 5090. The NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5090 is the most powerful GeForce GPU ever made. That's saying a lot. Powered by the NVIDIA Blackwell architecture and featuring 32 gig of GDR7. That's a lot. Memory across a 512-bit interface. Look, that's a lot of numbers. I don't know what's going on with that. That's a lot of wording right there. It delivers unprecedented performance for gaming AI workloads and creative applications with support for DLSS4, NVIDIA Reflex 2, full ray tracing, and AI-enhanced features like NVIDIA Ace and Studio Tools. Now,
So in other words, that graphics card can put a rocket to the moon is basically what it's saying.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Now, there was one time I saw them do a graphics card, and the thing of it was that with this graphics card, it could have you looking directly at the screen while you're actually not looking at the screen. It was that crazy. I can't remember what.
It would have like an autofocus feature or something.
It was sort of like you would be facing the screen when you're reading rants, but you actually wouldn't be facing the screen. It was sort of like what was shown versus what is not.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Man, NVIDIA, what was it? NVIDIA AI looking at screen card. I don't know if that's gonna work or not. Eye contact feature. That's right. Here we go. That's what it was called. I didn't know what it was called. There we go. NVIDIA's eye contact feature uses AI to make it appear as if you're looking directly at the camera, even when you're reading a script on your screen. This feature is part of the free NVIDIA Broadcast app available for users with RTX 2060 or higher graphics cards, including RTX 3040. Yeah. How it works, the AI analyzes your webcam feed in real time, simulating natural eye movement, blink patterns, and eye color to maintain consistent eye contact with the camera. Best for content creators, streamers, blah, blah, blah. Limitations of features still in beta and may occasionally cause unnatural eye movements or flickering.
It is crazy what you can do nowadays. It really is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was like I was talking to you earlier about the Sora stuff. Like, you've been putting out Sora videos, and it's just been insane of how interesting and crazy you've got with them.
Like, you know what's funny too, like with that is I don't feel like I'm fooling anybody because it really looks like me. That's really how I look. Yeah. So it's not like, you're not trying to fool anybody or get one over on somebody. You see all these AI videos now with like, people fist fighting, two grandmas fist fighting in a supermarket, and it's all AI, but it looks so real that you wouldn't even second guess it.
I just want to watch that one and say, wow, those two grandmas are going at it. Go grandma. But I mean, that's been the big thing too, because, being on X and all, and people would post like these videos as if they're real, but they're not. They're AI videos. And I'm like, every time I see that, I was like, I'll just put AI in it, because it's like, it's not real. Sometimes you can tell.
Yeah.
And
a lot of that's, I think anytime you post now, I think it automatically, it knows. Like if you post, I think it's TikTok or whatever, or Instagram, it knows if it's an AI video. And I mean, my Sora tag is in it too. So it's not like, again, you see my, the Sora logo bouncing around the screen. So if you're not smart enough to see that and assume my dog is spraying soda all over my house, then, that's on you, I guess. I can't
believe that Joe guys allows his dog to do that. That is just wrong.
And she does it every time. He's got a camera out. It's crazy. Yeah.
Well, but the funny thing is like, even with that though, but like on TikTok, I found a few videos where it was like they were doing car repair, but it wasn't really car repair, because you could tell that like they would take off chunks of the car and all this stuff. It just looked totally unnatural.
Yep.
And I tried reporting
like people cooking, and it's like they're just like they're cooking, and it looks like they're cooking, but they're not cooking like the right ingredients and stuff. They're pretty funny.
I didn't know you could cook cat with dog. This is really interesting.
Well, we'll get to that point, yeah.
Oh goodness. But yeah, it's just been very interesting, because again, the companies, like, I think Sora can only do what, like 7 seconds, 10 seconds of a video?
15.
15? Okay, 15, so it can do 15.
Yeah.
So it's getting to that point where it can do that, because right now it's only to that limitation of like it can't. I think when Sora
it used to be one video 10 seconds. Now you can do 3 videos at a time at 15 seconds intervals. So they're growing, and I'm sure it'll get longer and longer until people are putting out like full videos.
I'll tell you what though, those Sasquatch videos are still pretty funny.
You need AI for that though.
But well, I mean,
You can still go back and watch some grainy VHS, and that'll people will still believe.
but he's not telling me about those zins, man. I gotta know about those zins.
That's true. How many milligrams you popping, Sasquatch?
Oh, I remember when I think it was TikTok or something where the first Sasquatch video came up, and this is because of Google's VO3.
Mm-hmm.
That was how that started, was Google's VO3, and it was hilarious. It was hilarious, and then you had the Stormtrooper stuff, like the Stormtrooper Greg or whatever.
Yep.
If you can make it funny, people don't care too much about what's going on. Sometimes they'll be able to tell, like, oh, this thing's not right or whatever. No, as long as you make it funny or whatever, people will latch onto that and they'll forget about the rest. They'll see the stuff, but they'll be like, it's so hilarious.
You see a lot of the Sora videos, and it's like you watch them, and you can tell that people like made no effort to do anything other than just like throw a video out, because like arms start bending the wrong way, people look choppy, you know what I mean? Like at least try to make like an effort if you're gonna do it to like at least make it. I mean, I can't tell you how many drafts I do before like a actual video comes out to my liking, because you know something goes wrong. Like I said, an arm is going one way, you know, and you're looking the other way, but the dog's talking in your voice and stuff like that. So you gotta just make sure, and people just throw it out. There's like so much junk out there.
Yeah, but then again, it's sort of like with the advent of monetization anywhere, it's like
it doesn't matter. Yep,
yeah,
it out there, it's making them money. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just going back to the Sasquatch videos, like you put those out there, like I've seen where people like millions of views on YouTube, and I'm like,
how?
Well, one, I'm wow, and two, I'm like, seriously?
Yeah, it's so crazy how that algorithm works and what it takes and what it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
It puts out into the ether and people see it, and
yeah,
I'll never understand it. I stopped driving myself nuts trying to figure it out.
Yeah, me too. I just use I just do the hashtags and tags and just do it that way, because there's no there's no reason to squander yourself for something that's, you know, as many people are seeing, are just gonna put them out. But I'm also of that appearance of like, many of those people that have been put off by YouTube, many of them were just YouTube only. And my issue is, as a content creator going forward in the sort of future, with all the technologies out there that help with streaming, like Stream with Meld or something like that, being on one platform is as ridiculous as a thought as believing that the platform cares much about you as an individual creator. Maybe there's some truth to that. I will agree. Maybe there's some truth in that. But my point is that trusting in a platform is like trusting in a business. How much do you trust Tylenol with your health? How much do you trust Johnson & Johnson with your whatever shot?
And the truth is you can't, especially like with like content. You got to put it everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't throw all your eggs in one basket, because it's a very small basket.
Oh yeah, it's
the more you get out, you never know where it's going to go, who's going to see it, how it blows up.
Yeah, and the unfortunate thing is people still cling to. I mean, I get a main base. Obviously, someone should have a main base, but I get a lot of people who still cling to that past notion of being on one platform or focusing on one platform. And I get that, right? If one platform does well and the other ones are kind of like they're kind of like the stepchild in the family, you're going to focus on what gets you those results you want.
Right.
But my issue is that the results should be, hey, my stuff is out there, people get to see it, and we're good. Not just, I'm making the most views, I'm making the most money over here, so I should just keep no, because it's not some people, I've seen some people say they wish that they could go back to the days of when you could just be on one platform. Like, you can't. The technology was new. You can't do that anymore. It's
right.
It's preposterous.
So I've done a lot of like YouTube stuff with shorts. Shorts have been, I've had good luck with shorts, but like building a community on YouTube was just non-existent. I did YouTube for about, I don't know, 6 months, 7 months, and
Yeah.
it was like nothing. Same thing
Yeah.
with Twitch, same thing with Kick, all of that. It was bots and everybody telling me how they can boost up my page and follow their discords.
Right.
But when I got to Rumble was, I think X had a lot to do with it because you were able to interact with the people on Rumble
Mm-hmm.
with that. So you're building like a community there. And so when I switched to Rumble, I think it was December of 24.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, December 24.
Mm-hmm.
You start, you're meeting people, and like everybody seemed to like want to build it up because it was
Mm-hmm.
still like gaming was in its infancy on Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when you started meeting a lot of people and talking and gaming with people. And then the
Mm-hmm.
community on Rumble has been like lights out the best compared to other places that I've had. I've had no luck anywhere else.
Mm-hmm. Right, and that's understandable because in the essence of compared to other places, it's still relatively small.
Mhm.
Bigger than say maybe Odyssey or BitChute, but the point of the matter is though is that it's still relatively small
Yeah.
to the place as a whole. And I have my opinions about certain things, but we won't get too deep in that. It's
As do I.
my issue is I am a firm believer in the future that could be, but I'm also not naive to the hype that seems to be and the results that don't seem to come from the hype.
Yep.
If that makes sense.
If
Like,
if I put out one hot take about Rumble during this
go
whole
for it.
thing, Rumble gaming, we all agree that, I'm sorry, Rumble itself is politically driven. Like
Correct.
that's their cash cow. They'll
Oh,
never,
yeah.
they'll, even if they don't admit it, that we all know
Yep.
that that's where their bread and butter is. And
Oh, yeah.
to me, I think Rumble, you were building the gaming up from the bottom. So you had all these creators working to build up Rumble. Rumble gaming should be its own separate division of Rumble. Have gamers on Rumble and the people, they had the, what were they? What was that group in the beginning with Vapin and like the ambassadors, the gaming ambassadors?
Oh, you mean Vapin, Aegis, Pudge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Mally, I think, was one of them too.
No. That was Gamer Grill. Sorry,
That's
Gamer
right.
Grill.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, get a group of people who know gaming on Rumble and build up Rumble gaming that way, its own separate entity. That way, you're not dabbling with politics and all that stuff. Because I think that politics is what's holding Rumble back.
Yes.
In a sense.
Oh yeah.
You're pretty much, if you're on Rumble streaming on politics, you're pretty much catering to a certain side on Rumble.
Correct.
You're not going to get the other side. So now you're automatically cutting your viewers in half.
Mm-hmm. Well,
if you just bring everybody to gaming and let gaming be gaming, being run by the gamers, we could all build it up. We could all have a part in it in a sense where it's not big right now. So it needs that bump. Because I mean, you look at the numbers on Rumble gaming, it's what, 1,000 a night, 2,000, unless someone gets a front page feature. We're all tolling in 10 viewers a night. Some of the certain people get those features every single night, and we all know who they are. But it's just you see it, and you see people view botting too. And I won't get into all that because then I'll start naming names, and then I'll get in trouble. But it's just you see it, and you know that that's not the way it should be done, and they're getting away with it. And when there's money involved, now you're pissing people off. If there was no money involved, and if they wanted to spend money for 5,000 viewers, then whatever, go do your thing. But when there's money involved, and now you're making ad revenue back, it's kind of
right. And that's very, and it is understandable to the degree of because of being part of the creator program or whatnot. My issue is that there are innocent people that get crossed in that witch hunt, which it basically has become.
Yeah.
The bot thing, I understand. It's people trying to protect this place because blah blah blah. That's on Rumble to do that. That is not on us.
Right.
My issue is that for some chance it is becoming a witch hunt, and there are innocent people going to be caught in the crossfire. I already know one, and the problem of it is this man that I know had his channel deleted after a few people pretty much convicted him, pretty much witch hunted him, and saying he was a botter when he wasn't doing that at all. He was doing everything, at least from his point of view, on an organic level. He never paid for anything. He paid for make stickers and stuff like that, but that's a different story. And he got his account deleted with no appeal whatsoever. And Rumble pretty much told him in an email, because he showed me, we get to do what we want to do. We get to, by our own right, we get to say what goes. And you did all this stuff. Now, they didn't say botting. They said faking views or whatnot. My issue is, and this is to some people too, even the other content creators, I get what you're trying to do. It's not unnoble, but the problem of it is that innocent people are going to get caught in the crosshairs, and you're going to think it's just a true person botting, and I don't agree with that. I don't agree with
which is they have to know, like on their side, they have to know how it's being done. Like I can't imagine someone's being sneaky, buying 500 views or whatever the hell they want without knowing where. You know what I mean? It's just there's obviously a way that they know that it's going on. Right. And if they don't care, then they don't care. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And Reagan's right that people do double stream their game or have different accounts that will do it.
Yeah, Triple. I've seen that too. It's not even gaming. It's like sometimes it'll be a political thing or whatever where you have different accounts. And I have spam. I've just put those underneath spam or whatever. But my point is, one, I get the reason why it's done, and I understand. But the problem of it is that a lot of innocent people, maybe not a ton, but
I agree with that.
Some innocent people are going to get caught in the crosshairs, and these people that are going around doing the witch hunt, which it sort of is, without much more data than saying, look, see the views, look at the views. I need more than that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Rumble could obviously see it. Like there's obviously a way of they knowing if it's all coming in from a feature or whatever, but who on gaming is really getting like huge views without a feature? There's really not too many people that are getting steady numbers every night doing their streams without a bump. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Peter has a good point. You can also sabotage someone buying view bots to view someone else's channel and then accuse them. Exactly. Again, this is it becomes nothing more than the Salem witch trials at this point. And I don't agree with it. I get why people do it, but at the end of the day, I've already know one person who's been falsely accused, and now he's most likely going to have to go back to Twitch and do his thing because he was giving to Rumble. He wanted Rumble to be his main place, his one and only place. But therein lies the problem of being on one platform only. I don't care what the platform is. You can say Odyssey, BitChute, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, doesn't matter. No creator at any time should be on one platform. And the reason of that is because any platform has a TOS. And that TOS gives a huge license for the platform to say, we don't like your stuff, goodbye.
They can just hit that delete button at any time for any reason. And that's the way we live right now. We're basically under a giant button that at any point you can just be silenced, whether it's X or YouTube or Twitch and all those. All they have to do is if someone doesn't like something, hit that button and it's over.
Or mass flag you or stuff like that. Like at one point, for a little while, I got
or not even delete you or shadow ban you, just so you're still you're still there, but you're not visible. And
the reason the story I'll give is that once a long while ago, it was probably last year, whatever, Rumble for some odd reason had deleted my account. Now I got it back, obviously, because I'm here, but I got no answer. I just got, we're getting your channel back, done. Why was my channel deleted in the first place? No answer.
Yeah.
So that's a strike against Rumble right there. Why should I trust a platform? I don't care.
And to be honest with you, they probably don't even have to give you a reason.
No, they don't.
It just was. You know what I mean? It was. Deal with it. It's basically how it works.
Yeah. And that's that. Again, this is for any platform. That's not just for Rumble. This is for any platform. You're already seeing this stuff with YouTube. I get that. The stuff with Twitch. I get that. But I do not want to count Rumble out from just being because of all the stuff it preaches.
My X feed. I'm in X jail right now, but my X feed. Yeah, that's why I couldn't promote the show. But we'll get into that.
Yeah,
but it was all people, like a bunch of people on YouTube saying my account got banned. I don't have a channel anymore. Why? I have no idea. And it's just that's kind of shitty for them.
Right. It is, but that's the reality of what content creation is going to be going forward. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care like this is the one place you should be and all that stuff. No. If you're on one platform, I have some bad news for you and you better start moving your stuff to another platform. You better start expanding yourself to at least to what you can handle. Not
Right.
to not to overkill cuz that leads to burnout quicker, but to cuz I just do Rumble and YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty easy. The biggest platform out there, the king of platforms still, because it is, and then the platform that's trying to beat YouTube, but unfortunately unable to because it gets in its own way, and I have data to back myself up on that. It's true. It's true. The you are right. You are right for Rumble, politics, and people don't understand with Dan Bongino coming back. Do you think gaming's going to get any notice at all at this point?
Yep.
But do we not remember what Doc Disrespect was here for?
And that was another one with him. And again, it's all business, it's all money, so it's not my business to say. But he was supposed to be the head of gaming, right? If that
Yep.
was basically what was going to happen.
Yep.
And then as soon as he got his YouTube money back, it was just it
Well,
didn't become a priority anymore. So
yeah.
so Rumble spent all that money to bring him aboard, and now he's dipping in something else.
Mm-hmm. And he gets more views over on the YouTube
Well,
side
yeah.
too.
Oh, yeah. Totally. We've noticed that. Yeah.
Apologies, I don't want to do that on Mike. But no, it's just I don't buy the hype. I don't care who says it. I don't care what it's about. I don't buy the hype. I don't celebrate the hype. I've always stated I will celebrate. I will praise Rumble when it does well, and I will admonish it when it does poorly. And the one thing that keeps bugging me is when people are the whole shorts thing, right? You've been seeing the talk about shorts. Okay. So
It's
we
been
have
84 years. Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
I've been here
But
25.
again, I will say this though.
Uh-huh.
If they're not going to put it out because it's not ready, I would rather them wait and put it out when it's ready than put out a half-assed product and then everybody complain about that, because they're going to complain about anything anyway. So if there's problems with the shorts, now I can't upload. Why won't it upload? Why is the video not playing right?
Right.
People will complain. So if it takes them longer to do it, just stop hyping it.
Mhm.
That's what I would say. If it's not ready to come out yet, don't even talk about it. It's not ready. That's all you have to say. And then when it's ready, then go full blast into advertising it. But yeah, I mean, Rumble Shorts will be good for like gamers and stuff. But now you're gonna only see all politics. You're gonna see Crowder shorts. You're gonna see Bongino shorts, Tim Pool shorts. And a Dr. Disrespect short. Are you gonna see mine? Are you gonna see your stuff? That's the question.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I lost my train of thought. But that's good. The problem of it is that shorts has been a discussion thing since 2024, end of 2024, right? There was, to give an example of how long it takes for something to get done, like something as simple as like the appearance option, right?
Mhm.
So back in around November 1st of 2024, I had a guest on. Now she had her issues with Rumble, and many of the things were issues. But one of the issues we had talked about was how on YouTube, right? Because she was more used to YouTube, how you had the ability to change the appearance from the drop down picture menu, right? On Rumble, you had to go all the way to the left and scroll down in order to change the default settings. We mentioned that around that period of time, like November. It took until September 25 of 2025 for that to even be put up and done on
wow.
Rumble. So, sure, there are things, and that's right. You were talking about half-baked options. I'd like that. I'd like to recounter that with Rumble Studio, putting out half-baked stuff and then building up from there. Their own head of operations had put out a meme saying, "Put it out there and then build it as it goes up, or fix it as it goes on, or whatever is that meme." So you tell me what the thought process is from your point on what you were talking about. Because if they're having one of their admin talking like that, I'm not sure about what's going on in the mindset.
Right. It's just that tells you that too many people are, opening their mouths.
Well, and
You know
there's
what I mean,
not.
if it's one person saying that they should release it, then release it. It's one of those things where those decisions are way above my head. You and I sit here and we talk about it, and
Mhm.
but again, there's money involved. It's
Yeah,
all of that. So they're going to do what's best for them. So, and if it's not releasing it, then that's what they're going to do. Then
yeah,
but stop hyping it. If
yeah.
you're not going to release it right now, stop hyping it.
Oh, look,
Don't keep saying it's going to come, it's going to come. And then 8 months, 12 months, 14, 16 months later, we're still sitting there going, where the hell are the shorts?
yeah. Well, and the other thing with shorts too is like, how are you going to discover shorts when there's
Well,
no
I
discovery
noticed
right now?
a post that Silver Fox made.
Hmm.
He said, if you're not doing it, you should, upload your shorts now,
Hmm.
like now. So when they come out, I don't know what he really meant by that, but maybe there'll be an algorithm. Maybe if any short that's like 10 seconds, and
Hmm.
are they going to limit the shorts to time? We don't, all this stuff we don't know.
Yeah.
So
And it's not really a unified message when it's only on X and not on their own platform. Do you know that the one thing I thought was a pretty great idea was the banner you'll see when you come to the website, right? I'll say the Rumble Wallet banner or whatever like that. It's a
mhm.
little notification banner. Now it came up during
Yep,
like the boxing thing with the
yep.
Tate stuff. But
Mhm.
that's a great thing because like, hey, we can say, hey, we know we're having an issue.
I think it was still up too, as of
Yeah,
yesterday. Maybe it's still up. Maybe
it's
now.
it's still up, but that is a pretty great idea, especially if something goes down. Like they could put it up there saying, "Hey, we know things are going down. Be patient," or scheduled maintenance or whatever.
Yep.
That's a great way of using that system, right? Because everyone sees it. That would be great. Problem of it is they don't use it for that. They're just using it for the promotional stuff. I'm like, okay, I get that,
Yep.
but can we have it to let everyone know? Because X is not the only place you should be posting your
I don't
updates.
disagree with that. That's actually a good idea.
I've been saying it like all last year to some degree. I've been saying like they need a feedback page. They need a like a
A
change log page.
notification, just
Yeah.
like a scroll, like you said. There's
Yep.
no reason why they couldn't every day or something, whether it's an update or just to let people know exactly what's going on.
Yeah. That'd be nice, but unfortunately, and we're back at square one. Captain George says, "Why YouTube is getting rid of channels? Simple. YouTube thinks they're Netflix. They're Netflix. They are cozying up to Hollywood for content, ditching independent. Look, the only ones that are getting the hit are smaller ones. Like Markiplier is still on there. Like I'm sure PewDiePie stuff is still on there and all this stuff.
Yeah.
The only really small ones are getting hit, and even then, it's just weird smaller ones. Not all small creators are getting hit.
Yep.
There's probably no pattern to it, but the problem is it's not everyone. It's not it, why YouTube is getting rid of channels. It's getting rid of some channels. It's not getting rid of all channels. There are still people putting out high quality production on YouTube, and they're still getting the views and all. Even horror stuff, even comedy stuff, they're still out there. Um, but I do agree that there is some point because they have movie section, they
Mhm.
have they have TV channels and all that stuff that are out there
Mhm.
and business ones like CBS and all that. But to still, um, whether they get rid of all their independent creators is another story because have they? No. Maybe? Sure. But the problem of it is like right now, at this very moment, we can complain of how bad YouTube is, and yet people will still want to go to it and people will still want to come back to it. Why is that? Because it provides the most reach and monetary value,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
I saw the CEO make some kind of post a while back. Compare YouTube views against Rumble views. I'm like, you can't compare diddly squat because you don't have as much of the tools as YouTube has, and you don't have as much as the financial part as YouTube has.
Yeah. It's
What
just
you
apples and oranges. It's not even the same.
you're trying to compare a pea to an orange at this point. That's really not.
Yeah. It's not even close.
It's like it's
And anybody with a brain can see that. Like you're not comparing. It's just a crazy thing. Like how I don't even agree with that in the sense that everybody's competing with Netflix. Like that's just how it is. Everybody's competing with Netflix. So if YouTube's going to have YouTube TV and all
mm,
of that stuff, I don't think that has any effect on like small creators losing their channels.
mm. at least to some degree, because there are still people losing channels. Obviously, the AI moderation thing proves that point.
I think that's more of the issue. Is it's an
Mhm.
AI whatever flagging system that they have that's going off on these poor creators that
Mm.
aren't doing anything wrong, as
Mm-mm.
opposed to these big companies coming in like film companies in Hollywood. I don't think it's Hollywood. I would say it's more AI and the what they have in place for
Mm.
content.
With AI and maybe some corporate media too. I think that'd probably
Could be.
be,
Yeah,
yeah.
could be.
And winter shorts coming, LOL. Yeah, yeah. Winter. When you ask me that in 2 months and see where everything's at, which we're getting real close, guys. We're getting real close.
But you know what's funny? I feel like it's one of those things where it's just going to get dropped, like within days. Like you won't even know it, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's here. You know what I mean?
And that's another thing too, is like there have been many times where people have found something and it's treated like an Easter egg when it should have been like updates should be like posted like, hey, we changed this thing.
Oh yeah, yep, yep.
You have a notification bar, let people know, hey, shorts has dropped, instead of
Hmm.
people guessing and seeing on X like,
Well, yeah. How many times have you seen people post like, "Oh my god, this is you can do this now, you can do that," and nothing. It never came from Rumble. You're hearing it like from secondhand people that are using the service. Yeah, you're right.
there's some people that drop the ball and Rumble drops a lot of balls, and they're supposed to have them too. Um, Regan says Rumble campaign also doesn't work well. Rumble campaign. Oh, you mean the ad read stuff? Okay, the campaign wants you to have voice read plus a large display of the campaign. You're talking about the ad read stuff. I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's on the canvas side. It's already automatically taken care of, so you're not like having to do all the stuff on the direct side, which you have to set up and do all this crazy stuff. Like again,
Yeah,
that doesn't, when you had all that talk, the ad read stuff that came out as a mandatory piece of the creator program, which I'm in, but I don't fulfill the requirements to get the paid part, whatever. The problem of it was that you had to go through this whole scaling stuff just to get it just right, and I'm like,
yep,
this is not Kiss.
yeah, yep.
So why, again, Rumble makes it twice as hard to promote, makes it twice as hard to use. When are we going to get a system that's an ease of use space right here? Right.
Yep.
You want people to come from YouTube? Show them why they should come to Rumble, other than the free speech stuff.
I feel like sometimes they like overthink it.
They
Like they want
oversell
it
it.
to be, they want not even oversell it, but I just think like with the campaign thing, it's like the execution,
Mm-hmm.
like they overthink it and they
Mm-hmm.
make it more difficult than it needs to be.
Yeah.
Like if for instance, if I just hit a button,
Mm-hmm.
I should be able to have that campaign show up instead of having to put this little widget in and having it fit into my screen. And you should just be able to hit a button and it should just automatically go on your screen and
Yeah.
not have to worry about it as a creator.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's just one of those things where you want people to use your platform, so you have to at least come 50% of the way, and it feels like more times it's 75 to 25, 75% creators, 25% Rumble.
Yep.
But there are some things that have done well. I will admit to that. But again, this is a platform that tries to put itself out there as better than YouTube, and many a times we see it's still on the, oh, look all the stuff we do better than YouTube, and yet you still have this ability of editing stuff, like your editing window for like your streams and whatnot is like a short size, right?
Hmm.
The real estate for being able to change your stuff is small.
Yeah.
There's really no great discovery or search. The search is still wonky. I can type in some people's name and I get it right away in the autofill. Some other people, nothing at
They
all.
don't come up right. Yep.
So what does that make search? It makes a half-baked cookie again. Um, and then Captain Sora says YouTube only has reach because of popular zeitgeist. It's been around for a long time, so there's that. And the system is rigged. Well, duh, because if you're number one and you have a number two search engine, how could
Yeah.
it not be rigged?
Yep.
Google has way more money than all of the platforms combined, with the exception of X. Correct, and that's why they're still winners.
Yep.
And you do what you do. Don't listen to me about all this stuff. But like, you do what you do. It's just I'm not going to be a one platform person because I don't believe in putting all my eggs in one basket, as we've
Now,
heard
you would
many times.
think you can stream onto X, but it's like there's no
it's
discoverability. There's no there's no
wonky.
sections. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like I don't know. There's one day where I got like over 400, 300, 400 views, and then like the next day after that, I'm like 15, 20. Like there's no rhyme or reason to any of it whatsoever on X.
I'd love to have someone rhyme X for some time. Just rhyme with X, somebody. But also the bots are pretty prevalent on X too. I always find it funny. On X,
Bots are everywhere. Yeah, I don't even look at my DM because it's just all trash. It's all crap.
Yeah, they're trying to ask, "Hey Joe, can you? I'd like to do commission for you."
Yeah. And pretty ladies want to be my friend. Like, no way. Thank you.
Wait, you're pretty? What?
Yeah, exactly.
But no, it's just like it's pretty funny to me because when people talk about like their follower count, I don't think they realize how fluffed it is with bots instead of people. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I haven't recently, but I kind of like purge, like I'll as very quickly as I can, just to get all the trash out, and just that way you're not dealing with it because you get it all the time, and it's the same. It's the same everywhere. You go on any service, there's always gonna be bots, fake accounts, and all that crap. You just gotta manage it. I wish there was just a better way to do it.
Yeah, that internet theory. All right, see you there, Captain Tor. Have a good one. Enjoy your night. But yeah, because I went, so at one point I was like 1.5 followers. 1.5k, sorry, 1.5 doesn't sound right. 1.5k followers. I went to go through it. I practically went down to like 1.17 or 1.18.
Yep.
It goes to show you how much fluff can be in one's follower list.
Oh, it's true.
And people need to, and people on Twitter X need to realize that, otherwise they're just promoting falsified followings. Not all of them, but a big chunk of them are false.
And I mean, you got to be careful too. Not careful, but when you post something, if you hit the right word, they come in like droves. It's just all of a sudden you look and you get 20 notifications, and it's all people that created accounts like 20 minutes ago, and you see it all the time.
I will say though, having that where the people are coming from part, when you click on their like date and stuff, that has been interesting and helpful. So, but TechnoWiz says you also have to make the ad campaign read out the campaign. Yeah. Oh, you have to. Okay, and then so you have to edit all the ad campaign. Exactly. You have to do more work. Like it would be nice, like for me, right? And this is just an idea, I don't think they'll ever do it, but if YouTube were to have a ad marketplace, right? And the ad marketplace says you as an individual can go to this company and they'll put out this amount of whatever ads, right? Like you could read for an ad or do whatever. You can go to the company and you could say, "Hey, I'd like to read for this ad. Can I do for that?" And so, of course, you have to do the back and forth with the company, obviously. But if the company finds favor with you and they agree, you can just do a little click, click, boom. And you have an ad to read. And once you read it, they give you like so many allowances, or like you can only do one and that's it. And that'd be the ad marketplace. That would be sort of like the without the middleman sort of thing, right? Like you wouldn't need to rely or whatever. And then that system would pop up, like in essence, YouTube system would pop up. They would pop up the ad. You'd already have the clearing done, read the ad, good to go. They would see it, and then you'd have that. You'd have a direct line to the companies and all that stuff.
And if you look at all the ads too in the campaign, 90% of it is junk. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna read for like gold. I'm not gonna do. I don't want to do health. Like I'm not gonna read health ads because it's just you don't know what you're reading, and it's just an ad. And I get it. It's nothing. But it's like I'm not gonna, put my name out there in a sense for that when I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, exactly. And
so it'd be good in a way to be able to get your own, and do it that way. See, the Rumble ads are already be like the NFL and NCAA, like the Westwood One sports apps. Those were great. Though I'll do those all day long. But it was like then all of a sudden, like I said, you got crypto, and you're like, people are scared of crypto. Do they really want to do ads for crypto?
Yeah.
And so I wish there was a better way to manage what pops up and what shows up on your screen, as opposed to more of liking what you like.
Mm-hmm.
I wish there was an algorithm that way that they would be able to do that.
Mm-hmm. Technowiz says one end was about toothpicks.
Yeah, nicotine toothpicks. Yep, I remember that. It's true.
Oh, that's too funny, man. That is too funny. But I mean, there is an agreement that yes, it kind of goes to show that Rumble's on the low end for like ad stuff. But at the end of the day, though, like it's not apolitical. Rumble's not neutral. It's not. They promote themselves as a neutral video hosting site, but they're not neutral.
Right.
They're really not. They're mostly promoting politics, and yes, they do have the Democrat stuff channels on here or whatever. But the problem of it is like what gets mostly promoted. Who does the CEO of Rumble associate himself with?
Yep.
And
again, he's perfectly within his rights to do so.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like it's not like he's doing anything wrong in a sense. But again, that is going to alienate a good chunk of people that would be willing to come here. But when they see that, again, they're just going to they're going to pass because of that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and what he promotes, like you said, it hinders. It hinders. So the CEO is supposed to be head of the company. Now, obviously, there's a board because they're public. So there's a board, and so he has to respond to the board just to stay in their good graces, which is another thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem of it is, though, is that what the CEO speaks on, talks to, whatever, he is the leading example of what the company is going for. And his leading example is Republicans. Nothing wrong against that. But it chooses a side. And when you're talking about neutrality, that means you don't choose a side, right? You can talk about either or in some regard. There's nothing against that. But when you're talking about naming your platform as a neutrality, as a base for people to come to all this stuff, and people see the CEO promote this side and that side or whatever. I don't care if one side's crazier than the other. This is not the point. The point is that the people see the CEO and the CEO leads. And what does the CEO lead with? Well, he's not. He leads with a political side. He doesn't lead with an apolitical side. People will say, other sides aren't apolitical either. They got politics too. It's like, but shouldn't Rumble be the difference of that? Shouldn't it? Shouldn't it?
You would think.
You would think, right? Because Rumble wants to be the difference. It promotes itself to be the difference, and yet it's not really different.
But I would say to that is anybody with a brain. People are kind of me too. Should realize that if you don't want to watch the politics, don't watch the politics. If you want to put out your content to a place that will accept whoever, I mean, I feel like I haven't heard anything about anybody, left leaning who hasn't been able to put their stuff out because they're attacked or anything like that.
Yeah.
So a place like this is a good place for anybody to post whatever they want at any time. But again, like you said, it limits like Peter says, it limits the growth when you have the CEO catering to those people. So I get it. But to come on Rumble, I haven't, like I said, I have not heard a single issue where anybody's had an issue, being bullied or harassed or anything like that. When it comes to politics.
Yes.
People can be jerks and bully about anything, but a Democrat I have not heard come onto this platform and be harassed and bullied and kicked off or forced off in what way.
Yeah, that I can agree to, but at the end of the day, I can't buy the hype. I'm not here to buy the hype. I'm here to be honest.
Well, it just needs to be tapered. I think the hype needs to be reasonable.
Yeah.
Reasonable hype. Don't overblow it, but just sell it as it is.
Yeah, because every month at the end of the month, I do this thing called Rumble Squared, which is sort of bringing on people who use the platform, whether they're content creator or whatever, just a user of the platform. And I bring them on and I ask them 3 questions, and we kind of go through each person on each of those questions, like one question at a time with all people, right? But one of the people I had on, his name is DJ Smoo. He basically said, I'd like it if they would just stop trying to oversell and under deliver. because that's what Rumble does. It
Yeah.
oversells and underdelivers. Rumble Wallet, great idea. That should be a capability that everyone should have on this platform. But is it more necessary than, say, to be able to search for somebody? The ability to not have streams freeze and lag and stuff that they do. Is it more important than, say, content filtering? Being able to content filter at someone's playlist or your own ground video or back end videos.
You know what I've noticed too is I think, and again, Rumble Studio has had its issues. I think we both agree on that.
Oh yeah. Oops.
I think a lot of people who are having issues with Rumble Studio,
Mhm.
it's self-inflicted. It's their own issues.
Big chunk.
People have their settings too high. They're maxing out their PCs. Streams are dropping. It
Mm.
happens. Lower your settings. I did. I haven't, again, hand on Bible. I haven't had a single issue with Rumble Studio in quite a while since I dropped the bit rate and all that crap. Once I got to a reasonable level where I'm happy with the performance, I haven't had a single issue.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the people that complain about Rumble Studio, like, just dropping their streams, I think a lot of that can be self-inflicted.
It should be stated, though, that that's the direct side. That is not the canvas side, which is the side we're on now.
Okay, that's true, yeah.
I mean, you can use a sort of similar setup through Canvas, but the point of the matter, though, is that there's a lot in Canvas that is not in the control of said user. So but you're not wrong. There's a test and go, because there was at one point people were trying to see like how high they could go, and I'm like, that's great, but it's like,
Yep.
why?
You get people doing their videos at 40,000 bit rate, wondering why it's moving like at 1 frame per second, and then blaming Rumble like it's their fault. I mean,
it's what it felt like when I first played Minecraft on a laptop. It was not a good time. Anyway, Peter has a point though. My motto: manage expectations that will get you to the top. Manage expectation. That is probably the greatest piece of advice content creators can be given, because at the end of the day, right, we can all agree it's a very big ocean. This whole collectiveness doesn't matter the platform. There are thousands of people playing video games right now.
of course.
What matters of you to play a video game for people to watch you? Tons of people are playing art creators. Tons of people are playing Fortnite. Tons of people are playing Minecraft. Just enjoy.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, that's all. I mean, like, I do this thing. I know it's not the most popular thing in the world, but I don't give a rat's behind, because I get to talk to people like you and Pudge and so many others. I get to talk to people who aren't creators, and guess what? That has more potential meaning and value than simply being noticed by 1,000 people.
I think, sorry to cut you off. I feel like people, like, how do I explain it? They
value things differently.
That, and they see all these people, these young kids making millions of dollars, and they think they're just going to hop on and they're going to make millions of dollars. And when they don't, they get angry. And when they don't, they just don't pursue it. If you just go back to like the basics, just play the game, like you said, have fun. And if you get 5 viewers a night, oh great. And then maybe it's 10, you slowly build. Like, you can't just, you have this, you need like taper expectations, like he says.
Yeah.
Because we're all, like you said, there's thousands of us. What makes us different from anybody else?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a very big ocean. And, I like to put it this way. It's a big ocean and everyone's a boat, right? Everyone's a boat, and they're like, if you've ever seen like those fish ports, whatever, and there's like these people selling fish here in the market over there, and it's like a bunch of people selling. Now, some people have bigger boats, some people have smaller boats. The problem of it is, though, is that you have a lot of people yelling and screaming, "Come over here, share, like, and subscribe over here."
Yep.
It's you're fighting for this little crumb right there, and
Yep. Oh yeah.
You can get lost in the ocean by just someone bumping your hand, and it's gone. Time is of the essence, and I just enjoy getting what I do. Now, it would be nice to have like 1,000 people watching me or whatever, but I still grow on both ends. Slowly on YouTube more than Rumble. I mean, slowly on both ends, but I still grow, and that's something that I know what this thing I do. Even at times, if I kind of get down myself, but I know what the importance of this is. I know where it possibly could lead to, and I know that there are a bunch of people out there who, like you have told me many times, that don't believe they're interesting enough, and yet for over an hour you've been able to hold a conversation. How amazing is that?
And thank you for doing what you do, in a sense, because how many people are doing this? Giving smaller people that bump to get them out for an hour just to talk and shoot the shit and all that. So what you do is important, especially for Rumble, to bring different creators up and show the different sides of them. Because the person I am talking to you is not the one necessarily that I'm playing with games when I'm swearing and yelling because somebody, one shot at me in Call of Duty. Like, I'm not a complete jerk all the time. So, it's like,
thank you, Lord. Thank you for letting me be.
So, but it's good. You get to show a different side of people, and that's cool.
Yeah, it's the important. I mean, when I first started out, though, not on any platform, I didn't see very much of it because a lot of times it's just creators talking to other creators, which is understandable, right? There's a trust thing, there's a reliability thing. But my issue is like there are so many people that follow. There are so many people that are just there as followers that don't create content at all. Or maybe they do create content, but they create something in a different way. Like, maybe they sell at a store or, Etsy or whatever.
Well, you had Texas Breakfast on last week.
Yeah.
She's a nut. But you love it. Because she's unfiltered. She doesn't care.
She's a fireball. Awesome. But she's awesome in her own way because of the life she has lived. Much of it her choice. But the point of the matter is, though, is like you do have those things, and some people don't have those kind of stories. Some people just have like the normal, daily lives that we perceive and all that stuff. But the point of the matter is, though, it's the things it's the things we think that are just a normal whatever thing, right? Like you were saying earlier for yourself, it's the things that are in there that inlay between those layers of things. You are just as important as anyone else, right? Like to speak as for an example, right? I've had a gentleman on in the past. His name was Deepan Chad, and unfortunately he passed away the day after Christmas. Part of why I do this thing is because of that right there, because you get to have these people on, and for a moment of time, now he had his own show and all that stuff, right? So you get to see that personality too, but for a time you get to see him be what he was without playing video games. You could talk about video games, all this stuff. The point of the matter is you get to see this person and their perspectives and their values and what they saw of the world at that point in time. That's why I also do it, because everyone has a perspective on everyone has an opinions, right? You know that whole saying. But everyone has a perspective on the world they live in, on the life they've lived, even if it's on the smallest granular parts of it. And that is just as if anyone has remember reading Sherlock Holmes would always talk about how even the smallest things has the greatest of importance. Same with people. You don't have to be the most interesting person in the world, like the Dos Equis beer commercial.
That guy is pretty interesting, though.
He is pretty interesting. He's good looking, though. But the point of the matter is, you don't have to feel like you are the most interesting person in order to have a conversation about whatever. Because the problem that leads to is it leads to a sense of fear and anxiety. And fear is good for some reasons and not good for others. But the point of the matter is, though, is that people have their stories, they have a life, they have lived. And why wouldn't you want to talk about the bits and pieces? No one knows your mind better than you do, Joe. And sometimes even you don't know your mind better than you, and that's a problem.
Ain't that the truth?
But it's important because you have things within your head that bounce around, that go off. The what you see, whether it's in your neighborhood or what, all those things, and we can get to any of those points at any time because that's what this is about.
Yeah,
It's not constrained to anything, and I just didn't see a lot of people do it, and I don't still, because there's a risk to what I do, a very big risk. There's a big risk in inviting people on who aren't content creators. But by building upon that risk, I lessen that blow to me to some degree.
But you're also bringing in potential viewers, people that may necessarily, even though they're not creators, that necessarily if you interview them, people might see them, or they might see people that they're interacting in the chat and be like, hey, let me go check them out. So you're helping even those people, even if they're not, creating.
Well, and that's what the my pay it forward stream is too. That's to I mean, it's just Rumble only, but it's because one, it's much easier. It's much monetarily easier on Rumble because on YouTube you have to pay for like a certain set of characters, right? Super chats and whatnot. On Rumble, it's the same straight for like from 1 to 500. It's the same amount for each amount, which is great. But the other part too is because Rumble does not have a great discovery system. And mostly it's just streams. That's how you get discovered. Mostly just streams. So you have a lot of people on Fridays. Is the only time I could do it because after payday time, right? Because I do give my own money. I barely make much of anything at all on this, other than maybe last year when I was doing a lot with the creator program. But I don't earn that requirement to get the paid part. Earn enough to stay in, but not enough to get paid. But it does. But like before then, I was just showcasing off and just stopping where people stream. But now, after like I think maybe 5 or like 7 to 8 streams, I have been posting people's channel names and their links to those channels. Now, if they have a Twitter X, I can post their Twitter X and then the channel to their Rumble name. Who else? Last week was 13 people. 13 people I stopped by. Some of them I've stopped by before, so don't hold that against me. It happens. But how is it I can do this thing, and yet many times not? I've only seen other creators do a few people. Like I've heard one creator talk about 1 or 2 people or 3 to 4 people. I've done 13 people, and most of them would never have even heard of them because they weren't going through.
I will say it's hard to keep up with people. There's just so many. So I will say that on Rumble, you forget about people, even though you don't mean to. Just because there's so many, like you said, there's so many fish in the sea that are running around, and you may catch somebody one night and be like, "Oh my god, I forgot all about that person," because they just happen to pop back up. Even if you follow them, if you follow a lot of people, it's yeah. I see what you're saying.
That's why I have my for DaraChat. That's why I have my wall of all the people I've had on, because when you're on or when
I kind of figured that's what that was.
No. Those post notes are Rumble rants. Those are Rumble rants. But no, on Twitter X, I posted like all these ads of people I've had on, and the reason for that is because to some degree, people want to be remembered. And obviously, of course, with D-Pad Chad, he's no longer here, but his name is still there. It's not going to go away. That's what I want DaraChat to be also, is to be a place of remembrance, because these people came on, they gave some of their time, and you got to see a little bit of them. Just a little smidgen. The more they come on, the more you get to see, but but that's up to the individual and the time and all this stuff. But you got to see for this small moment in time, this individual, their thoughts and all that. And that's the most important part that I can think of why this has so much value, at least for me. Other people may not, I don't know, but I try to do with it what I can, and I can't force people to look at it. I knew from the very get-go that, well, not from the very get-go, but I knew over time that it's not going to be, it most likely may not be the thing that gets you the 1,000 views or whatever, but I believe it has more value than I could ever imagine, and I think that's more important than trying to get like every time someone posts a follower milestone or like I've got 1,000 followers, let's get to 1,100. Like I've had on over 300 various guests. That's my milestone.
Yeah, that's to be honest with you, that's probably better. You know what I mean? Because it's just somebody. It's very easy to click a button to follow, but it's harder to do what you do. So we appreciate it.
It's been funny because you say that. I've talked to some content creators, at least a few I know, and they're like, man, it's so difficult for me to get people on my show, mostly because they're having another content creator come on. And I'm like, sure, it's hard for me at times. Don't get me wrong. There's like times where I'm probably waiting for someone, and it's like a week before, an open day comes. And I'm like, even for Rumble Squared, like there are days where it's still hard to ask people on to get people to respond, because, Twitter X is my main communication point and whatever. But it's like the difficulty ends itself after a certain point. Like my month is pretty much filled.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, every time you post, you always seem to have a full schedule. People might cancel here and there, but you're always booked.
Yeah, I try to be, but like you said, some people cancel or get sick or whatever, and
Or don't think they're that
yeah,
interesting.
yeah. We heard that story before, but anyway, it's. I'm gonna keep bringing it up, and I'm gonna say it's wrong, sir. That's wrong.
It is
But
now. It is now for sure.
but it is a little past the top of the hour. So what happens,
Yeah.
Joe? What happens is I set aside some time for me and my guests to promote our stuff. Now, obviously, if they're not a content creator, I usually just say a few words and I go on to my own part of it. But since you have your stuff, I did find all the stuff you have. Hopefully will fit. There we go. So that's all the stuff I could find of yours. But if you want to promote your stuff in your own way, the floor is yours.
I think you nailed everything there. Rumble, YouTube, yep. And there's also TikTok at Joe Illyes Jr. All one word. So I'm there for gaming, for fun. It's all there. Come check it out.
Get a link tree. Gosh dang it, get a link tree.
But I gotta, what is it, like $8 a month? Why do I have to?
Link tree's free.
Why did I think Linktree was money?
There's probably other ones that do. Well, probably they have a premium part. They do have a.
That might have been it, and I got scared and didn't want to do it. I'll do a Linktree now that you forcing me to. I'll do it.
Well, because I have a link tree too, and I have like 5 or 6 different links, and it's still free for me. It's just this. It's one of those weird.
You're right. It was probably like a premium deal that I
Yeah.
just didn't want to do it.
It's one of those things where it's just a tool that helps. It helps make it easier for people to click on your stuff because it's all in one space. It's not like cluttering up your description box where like people like,
Mhm.
oh, there's Instagram, this, and this, because there's still a lot of content creators that do it. But it helps in like having this one space. Everything's there,
Yep.
and people can click on it. And like and Linktree will show you like some form of analytics, like it'll show you like how many clicks or whatever. But the important part is that it's just a beneficial. It's a more of a beneficial tool for you because it's not cluttering up your description box and all this stuff, and it looks like a wreck. So
You talked me into it.
I will do what I can. But anyway, his links are right there, and again, they will be both on the Rumble side and YouTube side. And I also followed you on YouTube too because one of the reasons why I do that on the YouTube side is that it makes it easier to add you, like at you in something, because the list comes up and you can just type your just click on it. Wish Rumble had something like that. That would be nice. But
it'll be another 84 years.
Give them a few years. They'll get there if the people are still there to work for anyway.
That's true.
But yes, all his links will be both on the Rumble side and YouTube side. So if you want to check him out, there's that, or you can just go to his Twitter X and usually you'll see his loud mouth. Well, he's in jail right now. But
I'll be out Sunday, I think, Sunday afternoon before the Patriots game. So I think we'll be good to go.
Well, and you can, again, there's other places to contact him at too, but just keep those things in mind. Tech Wiznez, why people buying the tick mark on Rumble? Are you talking like the green Dorito? Is that what you're talking about? If the reason why, there's 2 different reasons. One's it's probably because they're in the creator program, and 2, it's probably because they don't want to see ads, which probably is what premium is good for, is no ads. But then then people started doing mandatory ad reads, and so that was kind of
yeah, we could go on for another half an hour about that, but
yeah,
I see the hypocrisy, but
just not to see ads. I think majority of the time it's not. Well, there's extra stuff too you get with premium, but I think the majority of it is not to see ads because a lot of them are kind of junky. So there's that. But again, Joe's link's right there, and of course, remind things whether you're on the Rumble side. Oh, hold on. Whether you're on the Rumble side or YouTube side, because I do stream to both. I'm not a one platform person. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment or follow, anything that helps with the engagement factor. That's right. That's what that stuff is called. Share, like, and subscribe. I know a lot of YouTubers say it, but I ain't doing it. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not following that mantra. I'm going to do my own way and say, give a little help, because that's the engagement factor. And what the engagement factor helps with is, 1, it helps with being seen more. That's right. Your likes, your sharing, reposts, whatever you want to call it, it helps with being seen by a lot of different people. A lot of people who may enjoy the content of conversating with people who are and aren't content creators, because that's what I do. And the other side of it, it also helps in having other people on as guests, like the Mighty Joe. All right, the Mighty Joe right there. And Tom B and Vapin and so many other people. Again, over 300 100 various guests. Now, some of those guests have blocked me, but that's a story for another time. Yeah, a few of them. It's crazy. I didn't do anything to them, but I don't know. Maybe I said something they didn't like. But anyway, any help with the engagement factor on either the Rumble side or YouTube side help out a lot. And why wouldn't you want to see more? Because one day, you know what? I don't care if they're a big name, a small name, don't matter. As long as you're willing to sit down and have a conversation like Joe here, that's all that matters. That's the important factor. I could give a crap all about your status because one day your status is not going to mean anything, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's right.
So, oh, he froze up. He froze up.
I'm here. I can see.
Why did Joe freeze up? Oh man. Okay, he'll be back. He'll be back. Hold on. He'll be back. Oh man. Oh. That Joe man is happy. For my next part, whether you're on the Rumble side, whether I did. Oh, sorry. This is. He's back.
There we go. I touched nothing. I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, this is probably Rumble Studio and it's bullcrap. But here is my link tree right there. It has my Twitter X in it, has my email in it. Also has a link to Discord for communication, but that's pretty much it. I don't have a server. Don't ask. I'm not interested. At this point, Discord servers are nothing more than promotional places and maybe some fun points, but it's really just a promotional place for promoting your stuff. And I don't need to do that. I'm a content creator. I get it, but at the end of the day, let's just have conversations. I don't need you promoting in a server every 5 minutes. But it also has my YouTube link and my Rumble link in there as well. So if you want to find out where that link will be on both the Rumble side and YouTube side. So here's a few things I do. Yes, as I said earlier, I'm part of Rumble's creator program, but I only fulfill the requirements that keep me in it, not to get paid. And to be honest, the only one requirement I don't fulfill is the premium streams because it just goes against the flow of what I do. I'm okay. If I get kicked out of the Rumble creator program, I'll be alive.
See, you should do a 5-hour premium stream of just like unfiltered and uncensored, and just let people fly, get all their anger out. You could be like the therapist.
Oh yeah, it should have the 5 angry hour moment.
There you go.
That won't last 5 hours. I can only do an hour, and then I'm like, okay, Daddy needs a break. I really need a break. I can't add 5 hours in a row. Gaming is pretty understandable, but doing a sit down like that, it's insane. But I will say that I am part of. Give me 1 second. I am part of Proton's partner program. So if people don't know what Proton is, it is a privacy-orientated company. You can go to that link. You'll see a bunch more detail stuff. I give you a rundown of the things, but I'll take too long. And basically, it's about doing your own research a little bit. It doesn't hurt. The link will take you to a place. They'll talk more in depth about like the Proton Pass, Proton Mail, Proton VPN, Proton Drive, a bunch of stuff that belongs in the suite called Proton Unlimited. That's their plan for it. Or the name of the plan, it's called Proton Unlimited. So that's what I'm promoting is Proton Unlimited. You can go and check for yourself. If you do decide to take it up, you can save 30% off on the total yearly, I believe. And again, it's very privacy oriented. Again, the internet is not 100% security, not 100% privacy, but these guys do a great job trying to keep your stuff private. And again, just as a great example, right? In Proton Mail, you can use Proton Pass. In Proton Pass, you can use something that's called an alias email. So what that means is that when you sign up for like some company or whatever, they can generate an alias email that you can use, and it will directly email back to your main account that you have. But the company that you put that email for won't have your actual email. They'll have an actual.
Oh, there you go.
They have an actual email, but they won't have your actual email, and that's why I like using it. And plus, the password manager is great for like generating passwords and a whole bunch of stuff. It's pretty incredible, and they have their own Bitcoin wallet as well. So there you go. but I only have the Rumble wallet, and I don't even use that at all. But it's a great option to have regardless, because it's just one of those things. So if you want to check out for yourself, link is right there, and if you do take it up, then you can save 30% off. And of course, the next thing I promote, and this is the last thing I promote, because I don't do a whole lot of that, is something I like to call a little Biltong USA. That's right. This is a husband and wife company, and their kids help them too. Is down in Texas. So if you're in Texas, you can go visit them. But Biltong, for those who don't know, is a South African snack. It's basically a meat snack, but it's much more healthy for you. So if you know, like, store bought beef jerky filled with a lot of stuff you don't need, Biltong is only made with like a few items. I'll show you what the website looks like, because sometimes seeing is believing, as the kids would say. But this is the website. When you click on that link in the description down below, you'll take you to the site, and so that right there is Biltong. And that right there too. So they use Angus beef, they use Wagyu beef, they actually use bison as well. They do sausages in the South African tradition, of course, and it's great. They came into my chat. They said, "Hey, send us your address, and we'll send you something." And I did. I wasn't expecting anything at all, but they did, and I tried it and I enjoyed it. I still buy. I still to help promote, and in that sense of like paying for and stuff, because I enjoy their product. They still do more than Biltong. They do like UK sweets and drinks and all this stuff, and some stuff from South Africa as well as treats. Again, a great husband. I actually had the husband on. Anton is his name. He's the company and all that, and they make it themselves every day, just them. And they package it out and all this stuff. There's not big companies. It's like a mom and pop company. So if you want to give it a look, the link is right there. And if you do decide to buy something from it, well, guess what? You can use code Dara at the shopping cart, and that will save you 10% off the wholesale of it, or the whole cart, basically. So there's that. But then it's up to you if you want to go that route. But they're great couple, and they make a great product, and I'll promote it for the kindness they showed me. So no filler crap here. It's all pure authenticism. Now that'll be $5.50. But anyway, people will be like, "That's not how that works." And like, I don't give a rat's behind. But I mean, yeah, those are the only two real big things I promote. And the Proton Partner Program was something that kind of accidentally happened on through X, because they were promoting it like early last year. I was like, you know what? I have nothing to lose, so I'll just go ahead, because I may not get in. I got in, which was a surprise to me, and they said welcome, and I'm like, sure about that. Oh my goodness! But you know what? I promote it for that. I promote it for the benefit of all, rather than for myself, because people need to have something that they can trust and rely on. I use it. I rely on it. I trust it, and I would rather promote something I can trust, and that's that thing. So, but I mean, what did you? So I'm sure you pretty remember that when the ad reads were
Oh yeah.
mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
What are your? I don't know if I don't know if you get sponsorships or not for yourself, but like, what are your? Oh, hey,
No.
we could try, big man. There's someone out there for you. Don't worry, there's someone out
We'll
there.
figure it out. I'm not that interesting, like I said. So yeah, if it happens, great. If it doesn't, it is what it is.
Mm,
Maybe we'll find something.
don't
Not against it. So if
Yeah.
anybody's out there, I'm not against it.
Give this man a good deal, because he needs to be shown that it's possible. Let him live the dream.
Have dreams. Please,
Let
somebody.
him live the dream. Don't you put this man down. You let him live. Oh goodness. But yeah, I've always been, I guess, at an opposite end of all that stuff, like sponsorship. Not like against it in that sense, but sort of like, it's the same with the whole of monetization on platforms. Like, what becomes of an individual when money gets involved for creating content? And that's been a big thing for content creation ever since, I think, like YouTube was doing that stuff, which is, I don't know when that started, and then other platforms started to follow suit, right? Like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that for me, to some point, it comes into the question of, is this person authentic because they enjoy what they make, or are they is the money a forefront, or is it a byproduct?
Mm-hmm. It should always be a a byproduct of you putting out good content.
Mm,
People enjoy it, and you
mm,
make money off of it.
mm.
If you're doing it because the money is the cause of what you're doing, then you know if you could be bought and paid, then what's the point? You're just a shill.
Yeah, just like those, just like those protesters out there.
You said it. You said it, not me. Let the record show that you said that, and that was not me.
Yeah, and here I thought that would earn me brownie points. Nope, nope. But
I'm not saying I don't disagree. I'm just saying
he's like,
if any sponsors that were willing and now not willing, then it's your fault.
what can I say? I am just a one man band who enjoys what he does. But now I've heard that too. Is like there was, I don't know if it was a guest I had it or not, but there was someone talking like there aren't enough. He was talking like he had come across the sponsor or whatever, a company, and like, we're glad to have you because we don't have a lot of family friendly content creators out there, And I was like, well, that's understandable, but it's like most of the time, especially if you're looking at YouTube, they want crisp clean, like no controversies, none of that.
Yep.
They want to make sure you look holier than Jesus, and that's a little hard to do.
Especially in this day and age.
You mean Jesus? I know Jesus.
I mean, everything's online. So even if you sneeze and knock the kid over in 6th grade, they're gonna know about it. So you can't hide anything at this point. So it's just.
I want to hear that story of like I back in the day I sneezed and I knocked this kid on the floor.
He got frightened. He fell out of his chair. On that note, that's a good way to end it.
I'm just waiting for the days like man kills child with sneeze. More at 10.
Child becomes paraplegic because he fell out of a chair.
That's the worst thing to laugh about, but it's so absurd.
It's funny because it's not real.
It's so absurd though. It's like, how the hell? It's like we human beings do some dumb stuff, but like sneezing and causing someone to be quadriplegic, it'd be like the worst accident to happen. And it's like it's an accident. And it's like
it happens. You'd be surprised.
it's like when oh man, it's like when you're driving slow and we like a parking lot, whatever, because some people will drive fast in the parking lot. All right, let's just be honest about that. They're in the parking lot. Sure. Some people will be doing donuts when it's Christmas time. Okay, that's not a good time. Unless you're the one doing donuts, then keep going, Scout. But yeah, it's you could just be driving slow and all of a sudden you bump somebody and it turns into a lawsuit. It's like I didn't even hurt you. I just tapped you.
You see it all the time with those dash cams.
Yeah,
people are doing it on purpose just to get the insurance check.
You just throw yourself on the car. It's like, oh, I've been hurt. It's like, why? What did you throw yourself there for? Goodness sake! Oh my goodness, that's too funny. But is the is your shirt? Is that your initials?
It is. You can get that on my Fourth Wall store, which is in the links.
Yeah, it's in the links. All right. Yeah, buy from my store, please.
I didn't say it. I froze again. Oh, there we go. I was like, I didn't touch nothing, and I froze again.
Yeah, it's internet stuff. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, that's so funny. I like it. I like some of the content creators that kind of interrupt what we're doing. Like, hey guys, hey, remember, I have coffee. I can't tell you how many content creators I've come across who sell coffee. Not against coffee.
Yep.
Not against coffee because I know people love to drink it, but like, how many people can you have selling coffee before it becomes a nonsense nuisance? I don't know what you call it. It's it's just
yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's like after a while. It's like after a while. Oh wait, so you're creator 106 selling coffee?
How much coffee do you people drink?
Do you just pee coffee and drink that?
All right, this is going off the rails.
That's what the show is about, Joe. This is what the show's about. Look, I've had someone drop the bundle of sticks word on here, so you're in good company. That's probably the only thing I tell people is like, oh, like no big game rewards, and that's pretty much it. Because I don't care if you curse; it really doesn't matter to me. I know people like, I know I've had some people on are like, oh, you're on YouTube. Shh, shh, shh. Like the only time I've ever been hit by YouTube is one when they kind of stop promoting shorts, which can happen if so I've learned that if people swipe a lot at your shorts, like swipe away from your shorts, it's going to be shut down quick, right? So if you so just an example, if you put out a short, that you think is great or whatever, and it goes, but then now I will say there might be some fudgery with some things with YouTube, but if it goes out and it gets shut down real quick, then it means it's probably most likely that a lot of people swiped away versus watched it. And so don't take everything like YouTube shadow banned, more like maybe this short is just not what people
didn't like it. Yep, so, for sure.
There's that example too. But now I can't remember where I was at with that. But yeah, I use YouTube for that as well for shorts, but I post all my shorts everywhere. Like I get when you were saying about Silver Fox, I get what he's saying, but like if he wasn't doing that beforehand, then his words now don't mean I saw people too. When the shorts thing was mentioned, they were saying like, "Oh man, I hope shorts gets out so I can start uploading it." It's like, just do it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's true.
It's your content. Just put it out there. It doesn't matter.
People are just sitting on thousands of 5-second clips. Like, just put them up. Put them up. What's the worst that's going to happen?
Oh my gosh. See, and that's so. As a funny thing, as another thing too, is like if you're on many platforms, try to promote them. Like I'm on TikTok. I've said it many times, but I don't promote my TikTok. And the reason I don't promote my TikTok is because mostly I just upload my shorts there. I don't go live. I'm not doing anything else. I just upload my shorts there. Either the old ones I've done on YouTube or the new ones that I have out. After that, I don't promote it because it just doesn't. It's just one extra thing I don't want to care to promote. But I still do all right there. I'm like 80 people following me. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But many people, right? Many people, going back to what I said earlier, they only promote their main place and they don't promote the other stuff. And I'm like, that is so shorthanded of yourself that it's almost like playing Monopoly and you land on Boardwalk and you have the money to buy Boardwalk. Now, for people who don't know what Monopoly is, Boardwalk is a very big deal.
It's the big deal.
Along with what's the other one? Park Place?
Park Place.
Yeah, along with Park Place. If you get those, now it's harder to land on those than it is on the other ones. But if you get those, if people were to land on it and you were to build those up, they would be destitute, and that's why you want them. But it's sort of like being the individual who lands on them, has the money to buy it, and says, "You know what? I'm gonna pass." Really?
Yeah. Yep.
It's right there. It's right there.
Why would you limit yourself? Is basically what. Yeah. Why would you limit yourself? Just get it all out there everywhere.
And with the advent of how many platforms out, not just including the ones I'm talking like there's like D Lives out there. I don't know if D Live still exists, but there's D Live out there. There's SharePlay.tv out there. There's all these platforms out there. It's insane. It's incredible how many platforms are out there, and it's just like you want to limit yourself to what? Like it's like Willy Wonka's candy store. You better hope and pray you don't get diabetes. All that's out there. Oh goodness.
Yep.
Oh man, but I don't know. I don't know. from your viewpoint, from being
Yep.
in this for how long it has been for you. Like I think you said like from 2024, right? Late 2024.
Yep, March 2024.
March 2024. So from that point of view when you first started, like what has been your view of the landscape until now? Like the whole of it, at least what
Just
you
in
can see.
general?
Yeah, just in general. Like what has been your viewpoint of it in general since you started to now?
Well, I'm far more comfortable doing what I'm doing now than I was back then.
Mm-hmm.
Before, I didn't even want to turn the camera on. Now it's just like I could care less.
Right.
You just find yourself. That's
Mhm.
that's basically what it is. And as you get more and more comfortable doing what you're doing, you
Mhm.
enjoy it more. You're not
Mhm.
stressing out about the little things, even though we all complain every day about something going wrong or that. Now that you understand it and you're able to do it,
Mhm.
it's more enjoyable.
Mhm.
So like doing stuff like this, and if I go play Arc Raiders later tonight, I can just hit a button now at this point, and I can
Mhm.
just go live and have fun and not stress about it. And if stuff doesn't work, it doesn't work. You're not freaking out like you were before, and just
Mhm.
far more relaxed and more comfortable doing everything that you were doing before, but doing now a hell of a lot smoother.
Yeah, and I know, yeah, because it's just one of those things where like you kind of learn the bits and bobs and the systems of, and it you just get used to it more, like you said, and that's
Mhm.
the point of it. But in that regard, I
Is
mean,
that Slinger with the raid?
hey, oh yeah, that is Slinger. Hey, Slinger Games, what up? I've had him on before. He's the Canadian who makes cabinets. All right. Hey, Slinger, what's going on? It's my Canadian who makes the cabinets.
I remember him in the
Mm,
very beginning trying his best to get to 100 to
mm,
get into the program, and
mm,
now look what he's doing. So it's good to see people grow and get into the program if that's what they want to do, and
mm,
build off of that and make a little money off of it.
mm.
Nothing wrong with that.
It is, and had to say hi. Hey, what about me? I'm right here, man. What?
See, I'm bringing in the ratings. That's what it is.
Yeah, I've had him on before, and he's treating me like second class. I know. I see how it is, Slinger. I see how it is. You're here for the old man. I see how it goes. It's because of the age, right? It's because
That's
of
right.
the.
If I dyed my beard, you wouldn't be able to tell I was old, though. That's what it is.
Well, you know what? You do something like you have a sort of. It almost sounds like you have a close to Jersey accent, but I'm not too sure about, or Boston.
Boston. Boston.
Boston. Okay.
I've lived in Massachusetts my whole life.
Yeah. At least you're not like the Samuel Adams Boston like
Yeah, no,
that.
that only comes out when I'm wicked tired.
Hey everyone, I'm about to. I had some. Oh well, thank you, good sir, for your information. Well, thank you. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate you all the same. My cabinet maker Canadian right here. All right. He said he can he when I had him on he was talking about doing like the conversions between like Celsius and Fahrenheit because he deals with businesses in America and it's
Mhm.
like I believe he said he has. Oh, okay. Well, I'll be waiting for that DM. But I think he said he enjoys he enjoys the American Freedom Units more than he does the Celsius one. So I'm not. I don't.
I would pick on him, but he's a Maple Leafs fan, so I won't. I'll lay off.
Yeah, we don't pick on those Maple Leafs. They're mean. They're mean sons against. They give them a stick in their hand and they are gonna thwack you. All right,
They'll
inches.
lose in the end, but yeah, they will whack you. Inches are king. Okay. Inches are king. Good Lord. What is happening? I take back my rage.
Oh man,
That's
Bruin
great.
sucks eggs. Oh my gosh, I take back. You can't take it back now. There's no takes backsies. That needs to be made into a shirt, Slinger. That needs to inches of king. You're gonna get a lot of guys that are gonna congratulate you for that one.
You'll find that up in my fourth wall store tonight.
Honey, look at my shirt. Inches are king. Are you sure you want to wear that?
Yes, I do.
I will wear it loud, and I will wear it proud. That's right. Oh my goodness, inches are king. That's hilarious.
I'd say I hate to cut it short, but we're almost at 2 hours.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, of course.
So you could have made this a premium. We could have just kept going for 5 hours.
I'm not gonna do that. Like I said, I'm not gonna do the. I've given up doing the premium streams. I used to do that a while back, and you used to do that too. But it's like after a while, I was like coming up with an hour and stuff, and I used to make memes, but I'm like, I just don't care about it. At a certain point, it just goes against the flow. It's sort of, so the way I described it was, it's sort of like going to a pit stop. I don't need to make a phone call. I don't need gas, and I don't need snacks. But I make a call to somebody far away saying, hey, I need to do this. I have to do this thing, and then that goes, and I go on to the next pit stop. It's really like that. I don't need to stop there. It's just to that degree I need to stop. It's confusing. I know.
Yeah.
But it just goes against the flow of it, and I'd rather even with the ad reads when that came out, I was like, well, actually. When the whole situation with the ad reads came out, I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. That was handled poorly. So bad.
Again, it was one of those things where it was dropped. It was dropped right on it. And you were like, what the hell is going on? Nobody had time to plan for it. Nobody had time to understand it. When it came out, people still didn't understand it. And they would still weeks later, they were still, telling people how to do stuff and set things up.
And you know who took the brunt of the force? All the gaming ambassadors.
Yeah. Yep.
And the
I remember that.
And the problem of it was that was on Rumble, not for them. Now, I will admit that they did communicate. They did communicate the new raid mandatory thing, but I think it was someone mentioning that from an email rather than Rumble saying it themselves first.
It's usually how it works. So we can't be surprised.
Well, you can't rely on Rumble to be forthcoming of information that should be for everyone. Like if you create a program, hey, let's it be. I don't.
How hard is it for them to send a premium creator? If you're in the program, how hard is it to send an email every month? Just say, this is what we're doing. This is how we're going to do it. You know what I mean? Just a quick email. Nothing crazy. It doesn't have to be in details, but just to give a heads up to people, like, this is what we're going to do. Just so you have an idea of what's going on.
No, and they did that in an email. It was mentioned publicly from someone from that email, right? And again, it's a creative program. It should be mentioned public anyway, because many of the people who aren't in the creative program, it's not going to matter to them. But those who are wanting to get in or those who are in, it's going to matter. So it's like, why wouldn't you just mention it publicly anyway? Like, they didn't communicate to me. They don't communicate to a lot of people when necessary. They communicate to who they want to, but they don't, communicate to the people they need to.
Right.
Which is the sad part of it. But anyway, as he said, it's getting close to the 2-hour mark. So we're going to do what we did before, promote the stuff, and then we're going to start winding down. Because not only do I have to set up for tomorrow's stream, but I do have to get going to bed. Yes, I do have to get going. It snowed outside earlier. I have to get up early in the morning, so I don't, be careful.
Enjoy shoveling the snow.
I'm not going to shovel. I just got to drive in it. That's the worst part. Oh my gosh. So anyway, let me see. Oh, there we go. So we're going to do our promotion stuff again.
Oh, that way. That's that way. My link.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the screen. I'm looking at the studio screen. So there we go. That's better. Holy crap. I'm getting hilarious.
Welcome to Joe's episode of Losing My Marbles. Episode 1 is going to be about, where's the blue one at?
And the light. Thank you very much, buddy.
Hey, I'll get to you, Anvil. Hold on. But anyway, there is. See you later, there, Slinger. See you later. Oh, hold on. Before I sleep, yeah, it's late where you're at, man. Get to bed. Yo, what up, UB legend? A legend in his own right, but they call him UB anyway.
Slinger.
I'm gonna dip to. Oh, see you later, man. Driving in the snow is crazy. You boy, don't. It is crazy. It's like sliding home base, and all of a sudden you find yourself in a ditch. That's what it's like. And remember, inches are king. That's right. That's right. Slinger Games. Inches is king. Inches are king. Inches are king.
Oh God.
Get it on a shirt, Slinger. If you don't have it on a shirt, Joe's gonna take it, and it's gonna be all your fault. You better get it on a shirt while you can. Make it your motto. Inches of gaming.
Boy.
Joe's gonna be like, "Oh man, I was late to the party. Don't worry about it, man. That's what replay's for." Peace, guys. That's right, Singer Games. Peace it. Dang it. Peace, y'all. Oh, thank you for being here, UB Legend. The legend himself comes and goes like the wind. Comes and goes like the wind. All right, where was the? There we go. So again, this is the big man's link right there. Find him where he's at. It'll be both on both the Rumble side and YouTube side because I stream to both arenas, and I do try to promote. Here's another thing too I've come across as a content creator. There have been many times, not too many, but there have been a few times where I've been on other people's shows, and they don't even have the links to their guest in the description.
Which is crazy.
Why invite a guest on if you can't even promote their stuff? It's just not one episode. It's not all of them. You promote your stuff in all of them, but why not have guest links in your description? I mean,
you would almost think it's a prerequisite. If you're going to have somebody on, why wouldn't you promote them?
It's
if you're going to put them on your show, right?
Yeah, it's a courtesy, right? You give me your time. I try to promote, best as I can, or you promote yourself best as can. I don't know how good at you are, like reading yourself like a car salesman, but hey, I'm willing to let you try if you really want. My name is Joe Illyes right here, and I'm trying to sell
on down to Joe Chevy.
That was good. That was good. I think we need to do a retake on that, but I think that was a good start right there.
Ladies, even if you're heavy, we'll get you in a Chevy.
Some ladies are going to come across the stream. You dirty son of a bitch.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, man, but that's how you do right there. You're like a car salesman. It's like, right here, we have a good Ford right there. Look at that Ford. Look at the Ford. That's rough for you right there. $300. Gone and sold. That's right. You can find my links right here. Right down right here. If you want to see where else Joe is at. Again, Joe does a lot. I think you mostly play, COD stuff?
Play COD. I do retro sports games too. I like to play the old, NHL hockey, like RBI baseball on Nintendo. So I'll do retro sports night every once in a while. But lately it's Arc Raiders.
Oh yeah.
I've been playing Arc Raiders with Peter and Mike of Next Level Gaming. So having a good time with that.
That's been the popular game for quite some time. So
it's the flavor of the month, yeah.
Until Helldivers comes back, and then everyone's like, "Get the hell diving." But they'll be both on the Rumble side and YouTube side. So give him a look, and if he's worth a follow, why not? All right, if he's worth a follow, why not? I'm not gonna tell you to follow him. I am gonna say give him a look and decide for yourselves, because you're all adults here. Come on.
You should follow me. You should.
You wish.
I demand it. Now I demand it.
You put on some hypno glasses, like follow me. You just the cheap ones you get back in the back of the comic. You're just like
with the eyeballs that fall out. Yeah.
Wait, is this what is this guy trying to do? I think he's trying to get me to follow his channel.
I don't know what the hell this guy's trying to do.
I just follow him anyway. His glasses get me this weird vibe. And you see like one person follows, like, yes, it worked. Oh my goodness. But anyway, from my end of things, whether you're on the Rumble side or the YouTube side, doesn't matter which side you're on, because I stream to both. If you wouldn't mind leaving a like, sharing the content, leaving a comment or follow, anything that helps with the engagement factor. That's right. That's what those things are. You know, when you hear a YouTuber say share, like, and subscribe, that's engagement. All right. That's what Papa needs. All right. That's what Papa did. I'm not gonna get to that with a straight face. Papa Dara needs some engagement. So that's what you do. That's what you do, because you know what it helps with? It helps with being seen more, because that's what the Papa likes. And it also helps with having other people on, like Joe, like UB Legend, like Slinger, like Anvilite, the Scottish man who just rages at his government and says, "Oi!" and all that stuff. So there's that. But again, any help with engagement on either end is much appreciated. So thank you all so much for that. And of course, like I I gotta go back up to my links. Like I said earlier, this is my link. It has my link tree, all that stuff. It has all of my connections there. Twitter X has an email, has my email, has a link to Discord, but it's just for DMing. Has my Rumble and YouTube links there as well. So you can find me there and all that good stuff. I'm part of Proton's partner program, promoting the Proton Unlimited plan, which includes the sweetest stuff. Again, you can give it a look through that link. And if you want to go for it, great. Some great tools to use. If not, that's okay too. At the end of the day, it's about promoting for the benefit of others, not for myself, because I really want people at least have something that's good for them and that helps keep their stuff safe. Because we hear about all the news about people getting hacked or accounts getting hacked. Like we just had, I think earlier today, I just saw that Leslie of the Brat Pack team got her account hacked on Twitter X.
Yep.
Maybe she had used Proton, she probably would have been in a better situation. I don't know. I'm not going to say that it would be the case, but maybe a tool that would have helped with that could have been of use, and the tools are right in here. So give it a look. If you take it up, you can save 30% off using the link. If not, that's okay too. It's all about the benefit for others, not for myself. And of course, the next thing is, of course, biltong. It's a South African meat treat you can't beat. Although some people I'm just like, when did you turn away? I'm just like, it's not
I was actually looking at my dogs. That was perfect timing.
I was like, it's not like that, Joe. Come on, don't be like that. You don't. No one beats their meat that hard and enjoys it. Come on. Joe's like, I'm never. Holy Lord, I'm not coming back to that place again.
The floor is yours. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh man, you've been too good there, Joe. But again, it's a South African meat treat. It's more healthy for you than store-bought beef jerky, and it's run by sort of a mom. They're not old people, but there's a mom and pop business down in Texas. If you're in Texas, you can actually go visit their convenience store, which sells pretty much all the stuff they sell on their online store. So give it a look. If you do decide to buy it from there, you can use 10% the code DARA to save 10% off. Because who wouldn't like to save a little money supporting Made in America? That's right, Made in America. America!
Fuck yeah.
That's right. America! F yeah! Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics, but it's a good song. But anyway, that's all my promotional stuff. And of course, tomorrow... I gotta get my calendar. Hold on. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, I get to have on the wonderful Hemp Hero, who has been on many a times. The gentleman is a very 420 friendly person, as I've had a few other people who are 420 friendly. So if you want to come on and see the man who can cook and do all the stuff, well, tomorrow's your day at 7 p.m. Eastern. Again, great guy. Have had many times before. He's just a very chilled out guy. And if you like your green grass, as they would call it, he's your man to talk to. So there's that. Don't ask me. I don't know. I just call it ganja and get out of the way. What time is it? It's 4:20 p.m. All right. Gotta laugh at myself sometimes. But anyway, he'll be out tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. And of course, the last thing I do with my guest before we ride off in the sunset, like at the end of, what was it? Indiana Jones and the Holy Grail, right?
Okay.
Wasn't the Ark Raiders of the Lost Ark? It was the Holy, I think it was the Holy Grail one. Anyway, just like at the end of Indiana Jones and the Lost and the Holy Grail, I do something called Questions from Hat. That's right, it's called Questions from Hat. I bought a hat from Rumble, all right, just to see the proof right there. There it is, and I've put some questions inside. So what happens, Joe, is that my guests, you get 2 freebie questions because I am such a wonderful person. I know, hold the applause. But the point of the matter is that you, my guests, get 2 freebie questions. Now, people in the chat can pay for it. However, I am not monetized on YouTube. So YouTube, I apologize. But actually, I don't apologize. It's out of my control. I'm not monetized. So That's how it goes. But if you're on the Rumble side, guess what? It doesn't matter if you give a 1 or a 500. All of it matters. So if you want one more question pulled out of the hat, you have to give a Rumble rant. If you don't, well, it's just a 2. So are you ready, good sir?
Let's do it.
All right. How fast do you go? Let's do a math question. If a train leaves Chicago at 6 o'clock,
if it's snowing in Utah,
it's snowing in Utah, and there's a man on the tracks, and he's a homeless man,
and he's trying to sell you coffee on Rumble.
He's trying. I thought it was it's like coffee with cocaine laced into it. That's. I'm a horrible person. But anyway. So here we go. Here's question number 1.
Go.
Let's see what it says. All right, gotta get past this posting. So it's all right. Okay, so we've talked about this, but let's kind of clarify it. Which is more important for content creation, creators or platform?
Well, it's a good question. You need a good creator to put out good stuff, but you also need a place to put it out. I think it's equal. I hate to play both sides, but if you don't have a strong place putting out your content, what's the point? You're putting out content to put out content, which is great. And no matter how good it is, if you don't have a place to put it that supports it, then there's no point to it.
Yeah,
I think it's 50-50, and I'm not just taking the easy way to answer a question, but I absolutely think it's 50-50.
Yeah, it's a symbiosis. It's basically a symbiosis without chicken or egg. But it was the chicken first because the chicken tastes so good. But yeah, I think it's a symbiosis because if you just have a platform with just creators and no viewer, or a lot of creators and less viewers, then it's really not going to last very long. If you have the best problem I have is have a lot of viewers and not enough creators. But there is a symbiosis of creator, viewer, and platform. You kind of need all three for a platform to succeed, if at all. Now again,
absolutely.
Finance stuff and all that, but at the end of the day, there is a symbiosis, and I agree. It's a symbiosis. It works better. But let's get on to question number 2, since that was so amazing. Question number 2 right here, and this is the last one, unless someone gives a Rumble rant. If not, this will be the last. All right, let's see what this question says. Okay, if you could make one silly law that everyone had to follow, what would it be?
Silly law where everybody would have to follow.
Great.
Drawing a blank. Let's see. Silly law. What laws don't I like? That's a good question. Wow. What silly law?
Can be as silly as you want.
Well, I live in Massachusetts, so the law I would make is there must be a Dunkin' Donuts within 1/4 mile from your house at every turn, because there's a Dunkin' Donuts in every city on every corner, and there's literally, where I live, there's probably 10 within a good 2-mile radius of my home. So that would be my law. There must be a Dunkin' Donuts within 1/4 mile of your home at every point.
Someone loves their Dunkin' a little too much.
That's all I drink. I can't drink Starbucks.
Yeah, it sounds like it sounds like what it is, like Starbucks, like around every corner, or it's crazy.
Well, that's if you get into like more of like Boston and stuff. There's more Starbucks, the hoity-toities.
The hoity-toities. That's what they call them. But what about? But I think they're called, like, I have one here too, but they've started changing it to Dunkin'. It's no longer Dunkin' Donuts.
We call it Dunkin' Donuts because us, OGs, will never just refer to it as Dunkin'. It's Dunkin' Donuts.
I remember my day used to be called Dunkin' Donuts, and they had some good stuff. You watch it, young man.
Well, they had coffee and donuts, and that was it.
Yeah. I
Excuse me.
I hate Starbucks. It's cremated beans drop,
drip,
like it's
drop,
cremated
drop.
Something. There's so many vowels in there I could use, like drup. At this point, I could just drop drup in there. It's draping crazy. But anyway, that, of course, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the show. Drip. All right, it was bean drip. Bean drip. See, now we gotta thank you, Peter, for that correction. But anyway, that is the end of the show. And of course, I'd like to give a big shout out to all my peeps in the chat, whether you're on the Rumble side or YouTube side. Don't matter which side you're on. All that matters is that you were here and you were part of it. Whether you got to see your chat up there or not, the whole point is to be part of the conversation, and that can be part of a lifetime. And if you're not part of it, you're kind of missing out. And to have Joe on here is what I feel is like a miracle in itself. But of course, Joe, to a degree it was a bit, but you know what? I count my blessings as they come. But of course, big ups to the man himself, big mighty Joe Young right here. That was a movie for those who don't know. But big mighty Joe here. Thank you for coming on, good sir. And of course, you are always welcome to come back. I look forward to having you back because
Definitely.
You know what, man? For 2 hours, you were so interesting. And I'm a big serious about this. You had so much to say, right? Even though I know I probably was doing more of the talking, so I apologize. But you still had so much to say. Like, you can't call yourself not interesting anymore.
Appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And that's what it's all about, to prove you wrong. And by golly, I proved you wrong. Well, 50-50.
We did it.
We'll go with 50-50 like you said earlier. But you remember that time you said it 50-50? God dang it. I'm going to bring it up again. But anyway, like I said, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern with the one and only Hap Hero. I've had him on many times, and I'm looking forward to having him on again. And, of course, as always, our links will be both Joe's and mine will be down in the description below. So if you want to check us out, there you go, on both the Rumble side and, again, on the YouTube side, because I stream to both. I'm not a one-person platform. I'm a one person on many platforms, but I'm not one person on one platform. That's just stupid. But that's just me. But anyway, I end the show with another music video like we saw at the beginning. It's called One Day With You by Pogo, who's the artist, Pogo. And if you want to see his other stuff, there's a link down below. They'll take you to his YouTube channel, because that's all he has. And pretty much many of the videos I use and play, they are there, and you can watch them anytime. So it's great. But anyway, One Day With You by Pogo. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you, Joe, for being here, because you're an awesome dude, and you do have a lot to say. Whether you
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Whether you believe it's important or not, doesn't matter. It is important regardless. But anyway, One Day With You by Pogo. Have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. Bye, guys.
Here we go.